Extreme cold and the late morning drizzle beginning with our meteorologist, Natalie Stoll, on the current conditions. So what can we expect for the rest of the day, Natalie?
Well, we just had our winter weather advisory that's been in effect since this morning, early this morning, has now been extended into the afternoon too. It was supposed to wrap up around noon today, but it's now been extended until 4 p.m. for the possibility of a little more freezing drizzle all across central Texas. It's going to be pretty patchy in areas, but it still poses a threat of some icy spots on the roads, and that's why the National Weather Service has extended that through this afternoon. Let's go straight to the radar. It's been an interesting morning watching this radar because the precipitation has been so light that a lot of the times it's not even showing up. We can't even pinpoint exactly where it's drizzling or showing freezing drizzle. So a lot of our information has come from viewer reports, what you're looking at in your own backyard, and anytime you send one to us, it just gives us a better idea of what's happening outside across central Texas. So right now we're zoomed in right over the Austin area, right over Travis County. You're looking at very few radar returns out there, but we are getting reports of some patchy drizzle falling, even reports of freezing drizzle. But Chief Art Azevedo just tweeted out a while ago that so far the roads around Austin are doing okay. They're just wet. You'll run into a few slick spots because of the fact that they're wet, but they aren't seeing any freezing just yet. They are urging you, though, to take extra care, especially over the bridges and overpasses, as our temperature right now still below 32 degrees. So let's zoom out a little bit, cover more of central Texas. There you see it. The return's very light, kind of scattered across the place. We've gotten reports of some icing up in the Georgetown area. This one came in just after 11 for a thin ice forming on the roads and sidewalks just north of Georgetown. We're also looking out over the hill country, some reports of icing there as well. And that's because those areas have actually seen freezing drizzle longer. They actually saw freezing drizzle early this morning before the sun even came up. Down near Fredericksburg, reports of ice on the roads there that they've actually had to, you saw traffic really slow down through the Fredericksburg area. Mason, Llano, Johnson City, Marble Falls, all reporting at some point this morning some of that freezing drizzle. The latest report coming from Burnett, the sheriff reporting lots of ice on US 281 and a report of a wreck on the south side of town there. So we're keeping a very close eye on the road conditions out in the hill country. If you do have to travel in the hill country, we urge you to use extreme caution, especially those bridges and overpasses that tend to freeze over first. And of course, the reason being our temperature is still below 32 degrees in most areas, especially out in Burnett, where it's still 28 in Fredericksburg. Right now, we're up to 32 here in Austin. Later on today, we'll only top out at 34 degrees. A chilly day all day long, a little damp too, with that potential for some of that drizzle. We'll take a look hour by hour through your forecast a little later. First warning weather.
All right. Thanks, Natalie. Well, just within the last